Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, and I doubt Kim Can Do It is going to watch this video because it's about online dating, and she's happily married. But Kim, I'm wearing my son's Neutral Milk Hotel shirt because we both have skinny ass sons and we can now wear their shirts, so that's important. Anyway, my name is Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. I am 50 years old. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery in April of 2014 and have lost 200 pounds since then and have started dating over the last year, and I'm doing a series of YouTube videos on dating post-weight loss surgery. This is video number 3. I will link to the first 2 videos below, and this one is just, I wanted to give a quick overview of the online dating world, sites I've used, how I've used them, and that kind of thing real quickly for those who really want practical details. So, except for my brother's wedding that I just went to in Bogota, Colombia, I think the last 3 or 4 weddings I have been to have all been people. My hair is crazy today. It is really hot here. Anyway, the last few weddings I've been to have all been people who have met online. That's kind of the way people meet these days. I would say in the last year, I've probably been on at least 10 to 15 first dates. Everybody except for one of those people were someone that I met online, and I just wanted to give you an overview of the sites that I use. I tend to use the apps primarily up until this month, really. I have used Tinder. Everybody I had met had been on Tinder. And the, sorry, telephone was ringing. Everybody I had met had been on Tinder, and Tinder has the reputation of being a hookup app. That's not totally the experience I had. I think that some people do use it for that, and it's important that you make it clear if you are using it that that's not what you're into. I say it in my profile. I also, men put in their profile very often if that is what they're looking for. I mean, you can tell it pretty quickly. So I eliminate those people right off the bat. So the way Tinder works, it's an app for your phone. It's basically, it's primarily photo based. There is a little room for a profile. To be honest with you, I don't even look at the profiles until I've matched with somebody. Basically, you see somebody's picture, you decide, do you like them physically? I mean, that's really all you're responding to is physical attraction. Is that somebody you're physically attracted to? Yes, you swipe right. No, you swipe left. If that person has also swiped right on you, indicating they think you're physically attractive, it will show up as a match, and you will be connected and have the ability to communicate. I don't even look at profiles until after I've matched with somebody. At that point, I weed people out based on if they seem rude and crude, if they say they're only interested in a hookup, and if they have grammatical errors in their profile. Just kidding, sort of. A little bit. Depends on how bad the grammatical errors are. And if guys use unless it's a creative use of emojis, I'm not a fan of that either. But anyway. And then you can message them, communicate, and decide if you want to meet. One of the things that I like about Tinder is that you typically meet somebody pretty fast. And for me, I don't want to spend forever texting and talking to someone because I don't know if I have chemistry and connection with them until I meet them in real life. So so there's Tinder, there's Bumble, which is a similar site. The interesting thing about Bumble is that there's an overlap of people. So you'll see some of the same people on Bumble as are on Tinder. But the Bumble people, they all look like they have some kind of GQ filter put over them because they all look really, really handsome. Not that they don't on Tinder, but they look more handsome on Bumble. Bumble's kind of the similar thing. Both of these apps will also show you your Facebook connections. It does not allow people to access your Facebook, see your Facebook, but both of these apps do pull your information from Facebook. If you're concerned about that, then you need to set up a Facebook account with a different email address. But that being the case, you won't then find out if these people are connected to people you actually know in real life. I can pretty easily tell based on connections. You know, it's like groups of people. So it's like, okay, here's somebody who is obviously in the entertainment industry because all our connections are entertainment industry people. Okay, here's somebody who's in some kind of 12-step program because all of our shared connections are people who I know who are in 12-step programs, etc. etc. Or somebody, I have a lot of connections in the autism world. Okay, this is somebody who is somehow involved in the autism world because we have a lot of those similar connections. So it does like give you an idea of who these people are a little bit, but they can't see your Facebook profile. You can't see their Facebook profile. Anyway, that's the way Tinder works. You just need to be careful in communicating with people. I often send the first message just because I'm like, let's get this shit done. Are you going to be a connection? You're not going to be a connection. Let's just... So I will send an introductory message. You'll see if you get a conversation going. If they say something rude or send you a naughty picture, then done with them. I mean, you have to evaluate based on what you're looking for. I am looking for eventually, a long-term relationship. So those are the kind of people I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anybody who is going to say something crude or sexual to me in the first way more than the first conversation. But you get what I mean. You have to assess it. I have not met, although not everybody I've met has been a stellar citizen. Of course, the one I fell in love with wasn't yet. Still, I did. But nobody has freaked me out. Nobody has been creepy. Many of the people that I met on Tinder that I was dating when I started dating Brian and he wanted to go exclusive, I still talk to on Facebook. Several people I've met, I'm friends with and talk to regularly. So there was nobody uber creepy. I have heard other people who have met some creepy people, but I think you just have to really trust your judgment and suss these people out a little bit. What are the other sites? There's a new, it's new to me, site called Hinge, which is really very much based on your Facebook connections and similarities. Somewhat, I think they're trying to really focus more on building long-term relationships. I got an email from them today saying that they're coming out with a new version of their app, which is more about relationships. In terms of the traditional sites like Match and eHarmony, I have tried both of those sites and have not been thrilled with it. I don't like the interface for Match.com. I think it's really super annoying, and I could never get a conversation going with anybody. eHarmony, nobody even ever liked me, so whatever. I guess my personality profile was very bizarre. People have recommended OkCupid and Plenty of Fish, which are free, more dating sites. I may try those this month. I don't know. There's so many opportunities out there. I don't know if I need any more dating sites. But anyway, that's my assessment of the sites. Just, of course, you always want to meet somebody in a public place. I would say, coffee or for a drink, something that you can get out of pretty quickly if you want to. Of course, I'm sure there's a million videos on safety and online dating, but, don't give out all your information. Meet them in a public place. Make sure you know them before you go anywhere with them, like their house, or you invite them to your house, etc., etc. You guys are all smart people, you know that. So that's just my 2 cents on online dating sites. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye.